everyone, Dr. Luke Peterson here, physical therapist with the Knee Replacement Therapist. In this episode of the Need to Know Show, I'm going to share with you 5 great exercises that you can do at home to strengthen your knee either before or after knee replacement surgery. So first I'm going to share with you 3 exercises that you can do laying here on the therapy table. Of course at home you can do this on your bed or any other type of flat surface that you have. So the first one is going to be quad sets. So I like to use a rolled up towel. You could use a folded pillowcase, whatever you have available for you. And you're going to put that, so there's 2 ways you can do it. One way is you can put it right under your heel and try to have a little bit of this space underneath your knee. Now you can do this sitting up tall like this, or you can lay down flat on your back. And all you're going to do is you're going to squeeze your quadricep muscles, which are the front of your thigh here, and you're going to try to push your knee down flat into the surface. So you're going to push your knee down, and that in turn is going to straighten your knee, and you're going to hold that for an isometric hold. You're going to hold it for about 10 seconds, and then relax and ease off of it. Take a second or 2 to rest, and then go ahead again, pushing that knee down, trying to flatten the knee against the surface, trying to straighten the knee, trying to feel that contraction, that squeeze, that hold of the muscles of your thigh, your quadriceps. Holding for about 10 seconds and relax. I usually have people do 10-second holds for 10 repetitions, but you can play around with it and find what frequency, what amount works well for you. From here, we can also do straight leg raises. So again, you're going to do that contraction, that isometric hold, keeping the knee as straight as you possibly can. And now we're going to incorporate some hip flexion, lifting the leg up and then back down. You don't have to go too far, all the way up like this. Just to about equal with the other knee is fine. Up and down. I'll usually have people do about 10 to 12 repetitions. The next exercise we're going to do is in sitting. So you can do sitting on the edge of the mat table like I'm going to do. You can do sitting in a chair just as well. And you're going to sit forward in the chair. You can do this with your legs dangling off, or if your legs touch the ground, that's perfectly okay. And this is going to be seated knee extensions. You may also hear it referred to as long arc quads, or LAQs. And all you're going to do is, nice and slowly, you're going to lift the leg up, straightening the knee, getting as maximal amount of extension and straightening as you can. Hold that for a second or 2 and then slowly bring it back down. Go ahead, straighten up all the way and then slowly bring it back down. Usually I'll have people do 10 to 15 repetitions for a couple of sets. Very good idea. Even if you've had knee replacement surgery on the one leg, I would recommend performing on both legs. It's always good to maintain strength, maintain mobility in both legs. To add some resistance, to add some difficulty to this exercise, you can put ankle weights on, you can tie a TheraBand behind you, and that can provide some resistance as well. I would recommend not adding resistance until you can fully extend that knee to perfectly straight or 0 degrees. Now let's show you a couple exercises that you can perform up in a standing position. Alright, so here are 3 more knee strengthening exercises for either before or after your knee replacement surgery. These ones are all going to be up in weight bearing and standing. So the first one is going to be TKEs, and that stands for terminal knee extensions. So you can do these without a TheraBand, but I like to use a TheraBand, tie it to a table, tie it to a chair, stick it in a doorway, and you want one loop on the end that's going to go around your leg. I like to put it right at the crease of the knee. If that's uncomfortable, you can put it a little bit lower on the calf or a little bit higher up on the thigh as well. Now there's 3 ways to do TKEs, 3 positions. So first one is with the hip in a slightly extended position. So you're going to start with the knee slightly bent, squeezing and contracting the quadricep muscles on the front of your thigh. You're going to straighten the knee all the way up and then slowly bring it back. Contract and back. Then you can additionally do that same thing with the knee or with the hip in a flexed position. Again, starting with the knee flexed and extending back. really trying to squeeze and hold that contraction at the end range of motion, at that max knee extension. This is a good range of motion exercise as well. And then you can also do it with the hip in a relatively neutral position. Again, squeezing, contracting, and then relaxing. The next one is going to be sit to stands from a chair. This is a great kind of multi-joint exercise, so strengthening for the hip muscles as well as the knees and the quadriceps. So I like to start sitting at the edge of the chair. I tell people either cross your arms, if that's a little difficult, have your hands on your thighs, and at the very least, if needed, you can push up with your arms as well. And what you want to do, keep your back relatively straight and have a good hip hinge, and then come up and stand tall. Down, and then push up strong and stand up all the way. Sometimes people will come up and they'll be rushed and they won't stand up and extend all the way up. You really want to emphasize that knee extension, standing up tall. As you get comfortable, you can transition to just doing taps of the chair up and down. And then of course, you can then transition as comfortable to body weight squats, holding on to the kitchen sink or something in front of you. You can transition to goblet squats, holding some sort of weight, a dumbbell, a kettlebell, something you have around the house in front of you like this, or any variations of squats are going to be great knee strengthening exercises. And then our last one I'm going to go over in this video is going to be step-ups. Very straightforward exercise, but again, a great multi-joint exercise, going to be great for the hips and the glutes, and also strengthening the muscles surrounding your knee joint. So the key with this is just having good technique, being controlled with the whole movement. You want to step up, make sure you get your whole foot on that step for safety, for balance, stability. Push up high, and then come back down. If you have a step like this, of course you can go down in front and turn around. If you just have a staircase at home, going up and down like this works too. Really beneficial to work both legs, so the leg you lead with is going to be the one that's doing most of the work coming up. So doing 10 to 15 repetitions with the one leg leading, and then doing 10 to 15 repetitions with your other leg leading, maintaining strength in both extremities. I hope you found this video useful and insightful. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button if you don't already. Please be sure to leave your questions and comments below. Hit that like button if you found this useful. That helps spread this video, helps promote my content, which helps me be able to make more and more videos to help you, the knee replacement warriors. Thank you very much for watching.